Namaste, I'm Shubhi Mathur and I welcome you all to yet another episode of Come Out of Your Comfort Zone series of Let Us Talk. Our last week's talk stirred a lot of thoughts, particularly in our elderly audience. Are we in a happy zone or a comfort zone? What is our comfort zone? Is our comfort zone a trap? Is everyone around us telling us something to do and we only can't figure out what to do? We are motivated to do something, but we don't know from where to start and how to start. Today, let us have an interesting discussion between two generations on comfort zone. Today we have with us my mother, Mrs. Shashi Mathur, who is closely associated with our channel. Yes, she was the first speaker to do the talk. Welcome on Let Us Talk.
Namaste, Shubhi. Thanks for having me today. I've been on the channel several times, but this is the first time that we'll be interacting and you'll be throwing questions on me and I'll be answering. I'll try to give as honest answers as possible.
So we are doing this series, Get Out of Your Comfort Zone. And last week's talk stirred so many thoughts, not only in you, but in others too. And so I thought today, let us discuss 4 points on coming out of comfort zone. On this channel, we always say, reinvent yourself. Don't let age stop you. Age is just a number. So why not have a perspective between the two generations to understand it better? So the first point, the triggering point of this talk is comfort zone a trap. In our last week's video, we spoke that how comfort zone is a trap. And why trap? Because it stops you from growing. It stops you from doing something new. It holds you back. You are so happy in your peaceful, blissful life कि वो हुड़क ही नहीं होती है कुछ नया try करने की. And it can be personal, professional, spiritual or mental. So I want to know your perspective. Do you think comfort zone is a trap, especially for the elders?
Shubhi, I would not call it a trap because then it becomes very negative. I agree it is very restrictive, but in our life at this phase of time when we have done our career, गृहस्थी की सारी responsibilities कर ली, career में सारी responsibilities कर ली. Now we are very laid back and we want a peaceful state of mind where there is no worry, no hurry, no hustle bustle. But you're right, we should not be confined, stagnate to nahi hona hai. We should grow and evolve. So I think I always follow the middle path. There has to be a middle path. We strive at a balance where we grow as well as we learn new things.
So I like what you said that yes, trap is a negative term, but it is an honest term. And I feel that वो ना negative term सुन के हमें लगता है अरे ये गलत चीज है, but which may not be necessary. And that is the difference of perspective which the two generations have. Yeah, and it is always good to follow a middle path. Taking this further, my second point is we should be open to try to new things. As we age, a rigid mindset automatically creeps in. We become rigid in our thoughts, opinions. We just condition ourselves कि यही सही है. But until we are open to try new things, how will we come to know what is the joy in them? Let us take your own example. You chose to get out of your comfort zone. You are a very senior retired government bureaucrat and you would have never thought, in fact, who would have thought that you will become a YouTube speaker one day? And immediately you said yes. When I told you that, we are planning to have this channel and I want you to the first talk, you were not apprehensive. You were really open to it. And being open to something, saying yes to something does involve pushing yourself or motivating yourself to do something, to get out of your comfort zone and do something. So don't you feel that rigid mindset also stops us from doing something, or it is our conditioning which stops us from doing something?
I agree that our conditioning has been such that we tend to sort of brush away new things. And as you know, it has been rightly said that we do not use our potential, not even 10% of our brain. But you're right that we need constant pushing or regular knock. So your weekly videos I watch because I must have some new ideas, new thoughts to go on. So I do agree that we do need reminders. Maybe you call it pushing or knock, but we do need it. Otherwise, we are in a very laid back and very comfortable zone. But Now, coming to rigidity, what you call rigidity, I think we can call it conditioning over the period. Our societal norms, family norms, our office norms, they have conditioned to a certain things. And it is got so deep set in our minds that whatever new comes, initial reaction is no. But then when you think over it, you give it some ideas, give it some time, then you realize it is worth doing. And at this stage, we also know our limitations, but we seldom know our capabilities. जैसे हनुमान जी को उनकी शक्ति का एहसास दिलाना पड़ता था, कई बार सीनियर्स को भी बताना पड़ता है, याद दिलाना पड़ता है कि नहीं, यू आर केपेबल, यू कैन डू इट एंड वी शुड ट्राई करके क्या होगा, वी लूज नथिंग एल्स, और तो कुछ होगा नहीं. इसलिए यू आर राइट दैट वी शुड कीप ऑन ट्राइंग न्यू थिंग्स एंड वी शुड नॉट स्टेगनेट. We should have new perspectives, new ideas, new ventures to keep our life fresh, innovative, and some novelty creeps. नहीं तो life बहुत ही boring and very tedious हो जाएगी. We should come out of this rut.
You rightly said that at this age we seldom know what are we capable of. वो कहीं backseat ले लेता है. And this brings to my third point. Reinventing yourself means making a better version of yourself. Until we challenge ourselves, until we motivate ourselves, we really don't know how much we can do. And of course, as rightly said by you, that as we age, our limitations increase. And maybe we need more motivation, more support. हम सब अपने routine में इतना ढल जाते हैं. We love our morning routine. We've set it. We call it our happy zone, comfort zone. But I feel some baby steps definitely help you to reinvent yourself. एट दिस एज अक्सर ये ख्याल आता है कि भाई इतना अच्छा हमारा रूटीन है, ये कंफर्ट जोन है, कुछ करने की चाह तो है, बट हाउ टू डू. सो बेबी स्टेप्स लीजिए अपने रूटीन में, थोड़ा कुछ हर रूटीन में ट्राई इंक्लूडिंग समथिंग न्यू एवरी वीक. मे बी wake up half an hour early and include a new fitness routine. Try to finish your breakfast on time so that you can join an online class. You can learn a new language. You can learn a new dance form. And there are so many things going on for seniors these days. And trust me, once you join something new, you will see this new side of yours. You will reinvent yourself and it will add so much joy to your life.
Shubhi, you will agree with me that in life, our competition is with ourselves. We always try to become a better version of ourselves. When I retired, at a point I was at a loss what to do, but then gradually I picked up new things. One very good, interesting thing that happened to me was my Gita class, which we used to have from 11 to 12. It not only taught us many different variations and interpretations of Gita, but we also used to make presentation, which would keep us so engrossed and so occupied that we'll keep preparing for it and then make presentation and learn new things. So in life, whenever we want to learn something new, we have to make efforts. And as you rightly said, baby steps are the ones. Because one big leap, maybe we are not able to take, we don't have the capacity to do it. But baby steps every day, they certainly help us. And then we realize that life is so wonderful. Life, जिसे कहते हैं ना, जिंदगी गुलजार है.
And I remember that when you were doing this Gita class online, how beautifully we saw a new personality in you, how we saw a new you emerging out of it. It was actually you had reinvented yourself. So now my fourth point is a very interesting point, which most of us have not even realized. We started our today's talk on the note that is comfort zone a trap. And I would like to summarize it with this, or my closing point is this, that it is a trap. It gives you a disconnect. An intellectual disconnect. Now, what is this intellectual disconnect? Some time back, I heard this term from a very dear friend, and it got me thinking, yes, if we bound ourselves in our daily routine, in our day-to-day chores, or we don't choose to evolve or learn something new, we don't know what is happening around us. Sometimes, कई बार ऐसी situation आती है कि we don't know what to talk to the other person. Like last week's video, Vijay Lakshmi ji took counseling sessions to understand the mindset of children. She wanted to bridge that disconnect. It was such a progressive thinking for a person of her age. So do you feel the same, that if we are in a comfort zone, there is a gap? And sometimes this happens कि बच्चों की conversation with their parents, कि अच्छा खाना क्या खाया, मौसम क्या है, बाकी सब ठीक है, उसके अलावा उनको समझ ही नहीं आता कि क्या बोलो. So doesn't comfort zone bring a disconnect कि you are so glued to your routine कि you're just not open to have something new in your routine, to know about it, and we are short of striking conversations because we are not confident. We don't know what is happening around us. So somehow I feel that comfort zone gives you a disconnect. I want to know your take on this.
I would not exactly call it intellectual disconnect. Rather, I'll put it as intellectual differences. And I do agree that between two generations, there are differences. We are not so exposed. But as for myself, I'm very fond of reading. I want to know what is happening around me. And the term which is very commonly used these days is mindfulness. You should be mindful of what is going around you, the new technology, the new ideas, the new trends that are going around. So we have to make efforts and baby steps. They are the ones because we cannot take a one big leap at one time. We have to take baby steps. We have to equip ourselves, enrich our knowledge. For that, we have to read. We have to browse through the internet, read through the newspapers, channels, or whatever source. We should always enrich ourselves, as they say. Till the end, till the last stage, you have to keep on learning and learning. There is no end to it. There is no full stop to it. And only then we can be confident of ourselves, we'll enrich our self-esteem, and we'll be in a very communicative state with our children or anybody around us. And as I tell everybody, including my children, that whenever you meet somebody, you should have some subjects to talk on. Maybe you meet as a 90-year-old person or a 9-year-old child, but you should have some points of communication, sharing points. Only then you can equate with each other, relate to each other, and you can have a nice, strong bonding. That is so essential for a nice, peaceful living. कुछ चीजें आप एक्सप्लोर करते हैं तभी आपको पता लगता है कि आपके अंदर इनहेरेंट है. You only have to awaken them, brush them up, cherish them, nourish them. Like I never knew that I would join the Gita classes and do presentation and go into the deeper meaning. And as my Guruji always used to say that you learn it yourself, make out your own meaning instead of going through the commentaries. Similarly, whenever we try something new, we give it our personal touch, we add value to it, and it adds value to our life, which is so encouraging. And all this really helps to reinvent ourselves.
You conveyed it right, that reinventing ourselves is a lifelong journey and it should not be stopped by age. All my speakers, especially elderly speakers, in fact, for all of them, it was their first time when they were recording videos and doing talks for us. And I was blessed to have such amazing set of speakers who never had any apprehension. They always pushed themselves, they motivated themselves to do it, and they did it. So until you do it, you really don't know how much capable you are. We are all humans in progress. Let us motivate ourselves to come out of our comfort zone and to try new things. Only once we try new things, we can know the difference. And once we know the difference, then ask yourself, was it really worth it to come out of your comfort zone? Thank you so much.
Yes, let's do it. Let us reinvent ourselves. Thank you, Shubhi. Thank you, Let Us Talk, for having me here today. Namaste.